Hello, Leslie Urbis here with Why Can't I See Results? Today's live is brought to you from something near and dear in my heart. I am going to talk to you about the top 5 reasons why people don't see results with weight loss that they'd like to see, why you may be suffering, your employees may be suffering, and what a little bit of mindset dieting looks like. Why? Because tomorrow I plan on posting an article, an actual live video I got to film today in a studio on what mindset dieting is and why it is so important. So this is going to be a little precursor to more learning tomorrow. And why? Because I really want all of this information to be ready at your fingertips so you can get the results that you want without waiting. So let me first of all start with the top 5 reasons why you're not seeing the results you want to see. Number 1 is because you never really committed to begin with. Okay, I want you to really think about this. Do you enjoy your diet? Do you enjoy what you're eating? Do you enjoy your food? Do you enjoy your life? Like how you really physically enjoy hanging out with your best friends, with your husband, with your girlfriend, with your kids, whoever it may be. Do you actually really physically enjoy it? Like, do you love it? Do you bring love to it? Do you know that you love it? If you don't bring love to it, you're not really committed to it. If you're not really committed to anything, you're going to get really cruddy results. Okay. So the first reason why we don't get it is because we're not committed. Now, let's say that you're like, well, I don't really understand why I'm not getting results or why my clients aren't getting results or why, half of my employees are overweight. It's because of that, the non-commitment. It's really rooted in the facts that we always make promises to ourselves that we don't keep, right? We say we'll go to the gym, but we make an excuse. We say we're going to eat healthy, but we make an excuse. So when it all comes down to everything, we wind up not actually getting a result because we never really truly committed. That's the number 1 reason why we don't get results. The second reason is because we were designed something that never really truly fit into our life. Okay, so I talk to a lot of people about their health and wellness, and they can't figure out exactly why they're not getting the result they want. But the truth is like they're trying to live 2 separate lives. It's like I'm living my dieting life and I'm living my like fun, happy life. Where in the world are we going to be able to mix these 2 things that run parallel, right? Like we cannot mix yin and yang without bringing them together. And if they're parallel lines, they're never going to hit each other, right? Okay. And that's ultimately what we do when we go into this dieting effect, is that we process that like, okay, hey, I need to lose weight, so let me take my life and lose it so I can follow said diet. And then eventually get super angry that the diet has now become my life, drop the diet and get my life back. But we're never really truly crossing them perpendicular to get this perfect path of where we need to go. So we wind up failing in most every aspect of ourselves. So truly what I'm looking for when we discuss something like this is combining those 2 things together. How do we get from A to B? Where are we going to get there? And that's the second biggest reason why is we're not putting our diet and our life together. We're trying to live them separately. The third reason why we're not getting results is typically because we're not eating enough, or we're eating too much, or we're not fueling our body properly. So much of what a mindset dieting perspective comes with is what is actually going to fuel you. Let's say you notice like at work productivity decreased, or that you're noticing at home you don't have the energy anymore, or you're having these additional effects that are kind of going on. You're going to keep these patterns up if you don't solve the problem of fuel. It's sort of like, I only have 34 miles left in my gas tank, but I'm gonna see if I can make it across town, which is 50 miles long anyways. It's like, will we or won't we? Is it gonna make it or is it not? And that's what we do when we improperly fuel. But our bodies, unlike cars, aren't just legit gonna stop like a car will when it doesn't have gasoline. Our body's just gonna learn how to conserve, ruin our metabolism, and potentially set us up for failure for years and years and years. So how do we try to combat that is really by getting you fueled properly, because without a proper fueling, you're not really going to get yourself to where you need to go. Now, when I say fueling, what I mean is the right combination of carbs, protein, and fats all together, okay? The fourth reason that you may not be seeing the results that you're looking for is because you're looking to get really toned or really lean or really fit, and you're either not fueling yourself appropriately for it, or you're not getting the weights up to where you need to do to really get that toned, lean body. So there's so many pieces of this puzzle that go together, and you'll hear me talk about this as we talk about mindset dieting and in the video tomorrow. But we're trying to take all the pieces of our life into our diet and make it one. And we really need you to do that in order to see a success. You can't say, I want to lose weight, so I'm going to take this diet and I'm going to make it work in all aspects of my life. Well, what about your health history? What about your family history? What about your dieting history? What about your metabolism? What about your goals? Like, in order for you to really see what it is that you're trying to do, we really have to get you up to par for what you need in order to get your results. Now, you're not going to get yourself there by just going and getting, some Weight Watchers or Slimming World or Zoom kind of plan. Same for your employees. Like, maybe you offer them, like, we'll get you a gym membership and we will, let you go on Weight Watchers or whatever if you're an employer. But let's face this, like, if that's what you're going to do, like, how many people pay a gym membership and don't actually go? Like, have you ever, paid a gym membership and, basically the gym got all your money? You're not going to get results there. Why even bother to give your employees that? It's just really money you're wasting away. Maybe it's a tax write-off for you. I get that. But in all actuality, give your people something that's going to help them increase their productivity. Listen to them. Really help them. Sorry, I got something in my throat. It's one of those weird days here. All right, better now. So we want you to focus on being that happy, healthy person. And to do that, we have to get to the core root, right? We have to get to the core root of everything. So the fifth reason why you're not really actually losing weight is because that dedication, that motivation, all of these other pieces just really aren't there. There's nothing there to motivate you if you don't even like it or if you're not really committed. See, what I do is I help those committed people. Like, where are you at in your career? Are you trying to get back into your body? Are you trying to be comfortable and confident and happy? Like, do you really want those things? Because if you really want those things, this is the program that you need. No if, and, ors, or buts. Oh, but the money. Oh, but the time. Oh, but the whatever. That's not it at all. You're worth it. Okay. You're worth every piece of living the life that you want. But if you continue to do what you're doing without giving yourself value, you're telling the world, you're telling the universe, you're telling yourself, I'm not worth that. So when you say no to something because you don't feel like you have the time or the money, what you're really telling the universe is, I'm not worth losing the weight. I'm not worth feeling healthier. I'm not worth feeling confident. I'm not worth feeling better in my skin. I'm not worth being happy. I'm not worth starting now because of whatever reason that you fill in the blank. That's not a way to live. And the reason why you're not getting there is because of that accountability, that sustainability, and all those other reasons. All of these reasons are really tied into one reason, and that is you're not going to get the loss you want. You're not going to get the body you want, the confidence you want, the happiness you want. The truth is that why do you go to Weight Watchers or one of these things? Because you see a commercial of these people on TV that are like free flowing and living and happy and healthy and woo. But guess what? Those people aren't what makes those companies so much money. They're like the few that made it through with this plan. Okay. What you need personally, what you really need to do in order to get yourself success is what I call mindset dieting. You cannot, let's go with Pavlov's dog. This helps the most, right? Pavlov's dog, ring the bell, get a treat, and eventually he associated just the bell with the treat, and then he wouldn't get a treat, right? So we see that we can condition. You've conditioned yourself that at a certain point, this is where I have to go on the diet. This is where I have to hone in. And then you condition yourself to another point of, oh, it's okay, this can be my excuse day. And oh, it's okay, I can achieve this instead, right? So we condition ourselves to allow ourselves also to fall off. So while you're conditioning yourself that you do want to lose weight and that you do want to see this, you're also completely okay with falling off. Like, where in the world is that going to be okay? We set ourselves up for this failure through lack of commitment. So with mindset dieting, we really retrain that piece of it. We set ourselves up almost every single day to fail because we make promises that we won't keep. And our brains know it, our bodies know it, all of that knows it. And then you think you finally find the solution. You're like, oh, I found the solution. I've listened to Leslie. I think she's my coach. And then I come on here and I tell you what it's going to take time-wise and what it's going to take financial wise, and you're like, oh, I can't do it. I can't do it. Why can't you do it? You can do it because you're worth it, because you're committed, because you want to see a result, because these other 5 things are always going to be stopping you. There's either a do or you don't. If you're confident, smart, brave, woman, man, CEO, professional, COO, you run a business where you want your people to be working well for you, where you want them to have the productivity and the happiness, you have to literally get down into that. Like, what's it worth to you? Like, do you want to reach the goals? Do you want to stand tall? Do you want to feel confident? Do you want to feel comfortable? Every single day of my life, I live this out. I feel great, and I want you to feel great. I want you, sorry, Lee, there's something outside. I want you to understand that there's a worth to this. There's something behind you that has to be there. It's either you want it or you don't. Because there have been multiple times in my life that I have said no to something because it was something that I didn't actually want. And then there are multiple times in my life that I have said, yes, I am going to do it. No, I don't exactly know how I'm going to make it happen, but it will happen because I am claiming it for myself. When I was 24 years old, I left my parents' house. I joined the military. And when I got here in Jacksonville, Florida, I swear to you, I chose my ideal apartment before I ever walked into it. I knew what I wanted, and I wasn't going to take a no for an answer. In addition, I can tell you that you've done these things too. Where in your life have you said you wanted something and imagined it so much that it actually happened? It's in your life somewhere. So why is it that you're going to let this piece of not feeling confident, not feeling good, not feeling sexy in your body hold you back? If you want it, you make it happen. You don't wait longer. You don't tell yourself, hey, I'm not going to do this because I don't have the time or the investment. No, you make it happen and stop making excuses. Because if you say no and you make the excuse and you allow yourself to stay where you're at the level that you're at, you're never really going to get there. Instead, you're going to have a whole bunch of years of, oh, I kind of showed a sort of, what of, a kind of, whatever, you know? So mindset dieting is a huge, huge, huge thing that I teach. It literally retrains you so you can get off of this dieting cycle, so you can get in that confident body you love, so you can get that body where you strut across a stage or you strut across the grocery store, whatever it is that you're doing with utmost confidence. And people, when they see you, they know they have it. And for your employees, for them, it's that I know I have it and I'm confident in this and I'm here to show up and I'm here to be productive and I'm here to get forward. And how do we do that? Because we help them. We don't put a little Band-Aid on it saying, here's your Weight Watchers plan and here's your gym plan and here's whatever and here's your shake. Instead, you actually solve the problem. Let's stop Band-Aiding our lives and start actually getting the things that we want. So what I want you to do from here is I want you to comment below if you want to do what I call a brainstorm call. It's a really abounding call where it's called Change Your Life. Okay, let's figure out where it is that you're failing and get you well on a track to where you need to go. Okay, if you are even contemplating making a decision in your life, here's what I want you to do. Book that call if you are confident enough that you know you want to get yourself back. If you're like, nah, I kind of just like being in this I don't know term, okay, stay there. But if not, what I want you to do, if you want to get yourself the happiness and the confidence, if you want to get your employees back there, if you want to see increased productivity, increased energy, increased life, this is what you need. Book that free brainstorm call, make the commitment, and take it to the next level. Why? Because if you don't up level, you kill yourself. That's the true, honest answer. If we're not growing, we're dying. The end. And what do you want to do for yourself, for your business, for your life? Grow or die? Choice is yours. Book that call. I hope you guys have a fit and fabulous Friday, and I will chat with you later.